Do you want to do the intro?
Sure. I should do it just completely the opposite and just the absolute slowest.
Do it, yeah, however you see fit.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground MTG, your favorite podcast where we talk about your favorite format. Pauper! I'm no Cameron, but I am your co-host, James Hippo Hieronymus, joined this week without Cameron, but I am joined by Thomas Gunn this week.
Hello, it's me. We're here.
How are you doing this week?
I'm doing okay. Had a bit of a couple sick days beginning of last week, and then busy work days, and yeah, we're chilling. We got another busy week ahead of us, but can't complain. Bringing in that money and moving soon. Moving within a couple of weeks.
Huzzah!
So I'm very excited for that. Hana's also very excited.
I would imagine so.
How are you?
I am also doing okay. Had a long weekend, just I guess there was a lot that happened over the weekend.
We played a little cube. We did my cube, the Thomas cube. We did a little team draft.
Yep. My team was successful.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've drafted that particular deck in your cube, I think.
I
just drafted like black-white mid-range nonsense and topped out at like Obsidat, which was super sweet.
Yeah.
Because somebody at the table, was it Joseph, I think, was asking. It's like, what does this card do? And I was like,
yes.
If you know, you know. And I was like, and it came around, and I was like, oh, I know.
Yes.
I was like, I played it in this card is in standard. Oh, I know.
Notably, my copy of Obsidat Ghost Council is in Japanese, so yeah.
It looked good to me.
Oh.
It looked good to me. I knew exactly what it did.
It beat me when we played. That one game.
Our games were the closest.
They were very close.
I played all weekend in any cube match I played.
Yeah. Glad to hear it. I could take at least one match off of me.
That was very close.
It was really close. Yeah.
And then I did not cube the next day. I ended up going with our friends Devin and Anna. We were going to take an impromptu trip up to Louisville for some food because why not? But we got in the car, not even a mile from their house. I decided to hit a pothole and it blew my tire. So we changed that. Rode back to their place real quick and got in Anna's car, and then we did it.
Did you really go all the way to Louisville?
Yeah.
Incredible.
I take my traveling seriously.
That's awesome.
I wasn't kidding.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Do you think Devin and I, given the opportunity to do something ridiculous, are going to say no?
No, it's true. It's true. Y'all are kind of known for this.
Yes, this is true.
It's awesome.
And then so I didn't really go anywhere Saturday, but it kind of did the hippotainment all day.
Yeah.
For like 8 hours.
Yeah. No, you played a lot of Vintage Cube yesterday. It was fun. I was around for several hours of it. It's
true.
It was a good time.
And then I went and got my tire fixed today, which was a whole mess unto itself. It took forever. But yeah, also looked like it was a good, successful weekend for a bunch of Pauper players as well.
It was. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Pauper Showcase challenge results, as well as we might dabble into the regular challenges as well. I have word from our friend Derek that there are some interesting decks in the regular challenges, so we'll maybe take a peek in there. Before we get too carried away with some excellent Pauper results, we want to talk about some Pauper tournaments in real life coming up with our friends and some of our own. This one comes from our friends in the upstate New York Pauper community. They're putting on an event called Popping Off for Charity. This is in combination with another large convention that's going on at the same time. It's on Saturday, June 21st, and this is a charity tournament for the Trevor Project. If you are in the area, if you're in the upstate New York area, this is in Rochester, New York. You can go check them out. They have a 64-player capacity. Cost is just over $35 a pop, and you're going to go support a good cause. So do check them out. They just added a prize. Callie Kai's, alum of the pod, has donated a deck tech or a deck playthrough to, I don't know if it's to the winner or a raffle involved in the event. But someone will have lucky someone will have their own list played by Calicais in a piece of content in the future.
That sounds super
sweet.
sweet.
Yeah, it's a really cool little offering. So thank you to Calicais for offering that for the charity event. And good luck to everyone, to Mitch and the rest of the crew, the Upstate New York Pauper crew. And we hope it goes really well for y'all.
Of course.
Also want to call out June 29th, Sunday, June 29th at NRG Indy in Indianapolis. We will be there, and we will be for the Commons at the Capitol up to a 2K Pauper event that NRG is running as a side event at noon on Sunday, June 29th. This is something that I think we're going to do a lot more pushing for in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out on Discord for any other updates. We'll be there the day before. Probably we'll get up there. It's probably sometime in the afternoon, and we might pop by on site, maybe play some pickup games at Pauper. We'll have a cube or two with us. Probably go out and get some food after and things like that. So. And then we'll be around for the actual event at noon on that Sunday. So swing on through. If you're within driving distance to Indy, I highly recommend Indy as a town for a Magic tournament. I was there for the first time of actually hanging out the last 2 weekends ago, I think it was already, or last weekend. I can't remember. Last weekend. Well, oh my goodness! Not this
past weekend, but the weekend prior.
Yes, exactly. Just very, very recent times that I was in Indy for the Spotlight Series, and I had a great time. So.
Yeah, I would also recommend Indy. Indy's cool.
Yeah, Indy's a cool spot.
Lots of good food options.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cool downtown area.
Yeah, I have some food in mind.
I also have some food in mind.
Nice, awesome. So we'll make a little to-do list.
Cool.
But yeah, that's going to be really fun. Really hope and if anyone is within driving distance or lives in Indy, or if you know anyone in the area, please send them our way. Anyone who's into Pauper or might be interested in getting into Pauper. It's going to be a really, really fun event. It's $30 to play. It might be $35 as we get a little closer. I know they're doing a bit of an early bird deal, but that pricing scales with attendance. So if we get up to a big room full of people, then it's going to be that 2K prize mark for sure. So and a chance to meet us too if you'd like to do that too. Yeah. If that's of interest to you,
of course.
But yeah, those are the events. Of course, look out for the Common Ground Cup information. The second Common Ground Cup after this indie event is through as well. We'll start really pushing for that. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and big shout out to Alec in Discord. The Popperoncini event in Wisconsin. They sold out.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of y'all. Hope y'all have a great time. It's this weekend, this Saturday.
Heck yeah.
Our monthly locals is also this Saturday.
It is also this Saturday.
Do you have a kind of a preview available or a little gauge on what you're playing?
I will. This is subject to change. This is assuming that everything gets here on time, but I intend to play I will start this by saying, or I should start this by saying, in my entire time of casting this particular card, have never owned an entire set of this card that matched each other. And which is very weird for me specifically.
That is very not like you.
Because I am me, and that's just very odd. But I've never found at any point in time that I've needed them for that match ever. Okay. And I was doing some purchasing of things the other day, and I was like, you know what? This is a good opportunity for this because of the deck that it is that goes in is actually kind of on the uptick a little bit right now, and I'm interested in playing it. But I finally ordered myself a set of Legends Chain Lightnings, finally.
Ooh.
So I would like, if I may, to play that Madness burn deck because it seems pretty sweet.
That is sick. I also really want to play the Mono Red Madness deck.
Also, it's really the reason I want to play the deck because it plays one of the first cards that I associated ever playing with Magic, because I saw it on the battlefield. The very first game of Magic that I literally ever laid my eyeballs on was a Gutter Snipe.
Yes.
I absolutely love that card and have a lot of sentimental attachment to that card. So
Same.
I am excited. Hopefully my set gets here or all my cards get here in time. I would enjoy playing this deck.
I also fell in love with Gutter Snipe very early. We've shared on the pod before, you and I both started at basically the same time. Yep. And the Return to Ravnica intro decks were also part of my intro into the game. And combining having a Gutter Snipe in play, and from Avacyn Restored Tandem Lookout, you soul bond to the Gutter Snipe, so that every time you trigured the Gutter Snipe and it dealt them to you, draw a card. Yep. Oh man, that was like living the dream.
Mine wasn't that cool. Mine was how many cancels can I find then shove in a deck? basically, and then play some really bad flame or blood rush creatures.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
No.
It was just fun.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying Magic. I was in high school at the time. So
That's when I opened like a pack of Return to Ravnica, and I was like, whoa, this common 5 and a blue 3/3 flyer that maybe has some other text. Whoa, this is a better card than this card in my intro deck. Let's throw it in here.
Yep. But
Oh,
no,
man,
Gutter
what a time.
Snipe holds some place in my heart. So I'm gonna try to cast again. If they get here in time, I'll try to cast some Gutter Snipes this weekend.
I will be casting Black Mage's Rod if I can track them down. I put in an order for some cards with Game Night Tennessee #sponsored down at Columbia, and I'll hopefully get down there on Friday to go pick them up and be ready to go. But I'm very, very excited to cast Black Mage's Rod and also Pact Terror because I have not played with that card yet either. So I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to do so.
That was one of my other cards that I did purchase.
Excellent. The rods?
Or no, the Pact-Dolls.
Pact-Dolls. Oh, yeah, you still didn't get those.
This was before pre-sales and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I have no idea what Cameron's going to play. He might also have a Black Mage's Rod deck. I'm not sure. Or maybe he'll just play Madness.
Probably be a good choice into the room with Gutter Snipe in it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be a fun time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am also looking forward to it. Lots of Pauper coming up 3 weeks in a row.
I know. Oh my goodness.
We get 3 weeks in a row playing Pauper.
Yeah, because you guys are doing. Because I won't be at Team Trios this time around. That's the following weekend on the 21st. So also Game Night Columbia #sponsored.
Yeah, I'm excited. My teammates have given me free reign to just play whatever the heck it is I want to play.
Excellent.
They trust me. So. And once again, I have decided to get custom sleeves for my team.
Yes.
And they are glorious. They have our friend Devin's lovely face on them eating corn the long way.
The long
Yes, you heard
way.
that correctly. The long way.
The long way. The long way.
It is the long way.
The long way. Amazing. All right, you want to talk about this showcase challenge?
There's a lot of Magic players in this thing.
Crap. All right, I'm pulling this up on my phone right now.
I am also going to do that.
All right, we are looking at 230 players in the Magic Online Pauper Showcase Challenge. This happened on Saturday, the 7th of June. And again, a little refresher, the Showcase Challenges are a series of events that happen every so often during a Magic Online season, which usually a season is about a third of the year. The top 8 players in the Showcase Challenge then get qualified for a showcase qualifier in that same format towards the end of the season, and the winner of that tournament, of that qualifier tournament, gets to play in the top 8 Mox Championship, which plays for thousands of dollars, Pro Tour invite or 2, a Worlds invite, I believe, for the winner. A lot of stakes for that. So very exciting stuff. So this is like a big open opportunity for people to get in and try and get into that tournament. And there are a ton of names here. A ton of
yes,
names.
There are.
I'm gonna start by, and I'm sure we could go through the top 32 and talk about some lists too, because 17, 18, 19, 7 and 2s that missed on breakers go all the way down to 19th place. So like this is a huge tournament and a lot of good results just like outside of the top 8 itself. So I'm going to start with top 16 here because we have a ton of names here, and I want to make sure we cover the breadth of decks that are showing up here as well. So in 16th place, Walker 735 with trusty old Jund Wildfires. Yes?
Oh, no, you're good. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a different list. Oh, there was a different Jund Wildfire list that was sent to me that would caught my attention, but not
excellent.
this one.
In 15th place, Luffy Do Chapeau de Paula on Grixis Affinity. In 14th, Zio Francone on Flickertron. In 13th, Phoenix Flame on Jund Wildfire. In 12th place, Chaotic MTG on Familiars. In 11th, Ed Elric on Rakdos Madness. In 10th place, Navas on Blue-Black Terror. In 9th place, Hype 12232 on High Tide. And into our top 8. In 8th place, Rather Be Playing MTG, which is a great username, on Jund Wildfire. In 7th place, Against on Blue-Black Terror. In 6th place, Totem Silence on Jund Wildfire. In 5th place, 2 Untapped Islands playing Flickertron. In 4th place, Barf, putting down the swamps and playing mono blue fairies. In 3rd place, Fanks EOT on Rakdos Madness. In 2nd place, For You Bro on Rakdos Madness. And in 1st place, with an 11-1 record, which is just
impressive.
like, that's insane.
That's impressive.
It's such a big tournament. With an 11-1 record, DiscoverN, or I thought about it a day or two, it might just be DiscoverN. It might be just
DiscoverN.
It is just
Yeah,
all
other
DiscoverN.
people I've heard of several other people.
Okay, cool. DiscoverN playing their trusty version of Mono Blue Terror. This makes me so happy.
So is it time for you to put away your dated boomerangs?
Set aside my childish ways.
Is it time finally?
I mean, maybe. I mean, we were kind of I was chatting about this in the Discord with some folks, and I think that boomerang still has some good applications. And as much as it has application, I kind of framed it. Someone mentioned stuff about wildfires and just Demon Furior being better at tucking those types of threats, like Refurbished Familiar and Writhing Chrysalis. Bouncing them is with a boomerang is not nearly as good as tucking them with Demon Furior. Yep. And so the back and forth is potentially, maybe if you think Grixis Affinity is going to be the more played mid-range, like best mid-range deck in your room, maybe you do want boomerangs so you can go after the tapped artifact lands more often. Or if it's Jund Wildfires, maybe you stick with the Demon Furiors because those are better at answering the threats. Although Boomerang also good at bouncing the tap land, like in response to a Cleansing Wildfire.
That's huge game.
That is huge game. But you also have like Spell Pierces for that as well, too.
That means they did nothing on turn 1, and that means they essentially did nothing on turn 2. They missed a land drop and cast a spell for nothing, for no value.
Yes.
And now they're on turn 3 and they have to once again play a tap land.
Right.
And they're still on 2 mana.
Right.
That's so bad for them.
I know. So, like, Boomerang definitely has its spots, but DiscoverN time and time again is proving that Demon Furior is a very, very solid option. Just either option is probably totally fine, and it's just a matter of, like, the niche ways to use it. Like you guys had mentioned at some point, I can't remember whether it was you or Cameron, about the Thought Scour interaction. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, yep. The Demon Furior, tuck it, Thought Scour, mill them, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
But yeah, not messing around, just 4 Terrors, 4 Cryptic Serpents, 4 Delvers, the full 8 Thought Scour Mental Notes, 4 Counterspells, 4 Brainstorms, 4 Lorien Revealed, 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Dispel, which I like, the 3 Demon Furior, 3 Ponder, and 2 Sleep of the Dead in the main. So we're not messing around with any Murmuring Mystics. There are, in fact, no Murmuring Mystics in this 75, but I really like both Sleep of the Dead.
Basically,
here.
Aside from, like, boomeranging lands, like, you've got a ton of ways to deal with creatures in the main.
Yeah.
Like, there's a ton. Well, for blue. let's say that.
Yes.
For the blue decks, this is a ton of ways to put creatures, at bay against your 5/5s. So
Yeah, you can just cast Sleep of the Dead multiple times in a single turn. A lot of the time with this deck. And having access to both of them is really good. I do like how Sleep of the Dead also interacts with Murmuring Mystic, of just, like, making a bunch of birds in a turn, too. Mm-hmm. I think that's also fine. But
something tells me, though, that none of these really small deck choice decisions really make a ton of difference. I think it's probably just player how great they are.
Yeah. DiscoverN knows this deck inside and out. Yeah. Like they have consistently put up incredible results, like won challenges, top 80 challenges
for over the last year.
Yeah, for quite a long time.
So it's been over a year since the Terror deck's been over a year since the Terror deck's been a thing.
Oh yeah.
Like the mono blue Terror deck.
Yes. So yeah, it's really, really cool to see, and not messing around with the sideboard either. We've got 4 Annuls, 3 Gut Shots, which we can get into in a second, and 4 Hydroblasts and 4 Blue Elemental Blasts.
This is the definition of a clean sideboard, because it's essentially 3, 4, and 8.
Yes,
it's just 3 cards.
Yeah.
It's 3. Your sideboard is 3 cards.
Yep,
that's it.
It's crazy,
and just playing the other set of the effect. That's insane.
Like, it is. Is it an expectation of... I mean, it covers a lot of other niche things that are not necessarily just the red deck. Like, it can kill or counter Krukland Shaman.
Correct.
Which is really important.
Huge game against the 2 mid-range Krukland decks.
It's another way to counter a Cleansing Wildfire if you're not on Boomerang, which could potentially come up, but maybe not as important as in the Wild. But you probably still bring at least a couple of them in the Wildfire matchup, you know. But
notably, it does not counter Writhing Crystals.
Yes, it does not counter Writhing Crystals.
Love you, Devin.
It does not do that. But wanting all 8, like the matchups you want all 8, is just these red decks.
That's really it.
Yeah, it's just...
And you just have to, like, plant your flag and go, this is the map. Like, this is a matchup I want to beat.
Right.
And they knew, I mean, DiscoverN probably knew that Madness is, like, one of the bigger decks to come into the tournament. So, like, pack the cards that you know are going to, or for the cards that you know are going to be there.
Yeah, I mean...
So just pack your 8 blasts.
Yeah, Krablinski was posting about the data on the most played lists. Like, Terror was not one of the most played lists in the top 32.
That does not surprise me.
You're looking at like Jund Wildfire and I think Rakdos Madness were the 2 most played decks in that winner's metagame of the top 32. And with Madness, I think coming like one deck list ahead, or some, it could be either way. I'm not remembering correctly. I should put that in front of me, but Madness is having quite a resurgence. It's doing really well again, and being able to have just more effects that cover for their fast starts, plus the mono red Madness deck that Teasdale has been popularizing, that has had a handful of results recently as well, that people are playing that deck. And plus just regular red, maybe red dredge. Like, there are a lot of red cards floating around. I wonder if there's anything, if nothing else really comes to mind that you might want to go like all in against. Like, I'm not gonna argue with such a solid result with having this many blasts in the board. It's really hard to. I'd be really interested to know.
It's a metagame call.
Yeah, yeah.
That's obviously what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know that you would necessarily play that on any given weekend.
Right.
Like there's been weekends where Luffy has played like essentially 16 or up to 15 copies of blast effects.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I think so. Correct.
Sometimes, or like up to 12,
at least,
or whatever.
At least it's like
yeah.
I think it might be six a piece, or something like that.
Yeah.
Some huge
somewhere
amount,
in that range.
Some crazy high amount of these blast effects, because they're obviously probably the most efficient card on rate in the format.
Yeah.
Like on what they do, like per what they can do.
We've consistently placed them very high whenever we look at our top cards in the format list.
Yeah, they're always really high as these sideboard blast effects now. So just doubling up on them because you know they're good in the matchups where you want them because you know you're going to see them is great.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had to play it in the finals.
Yeah.
So
Play
they're good. Yeah. You weren't bringing in your other cards there because they're not good.
Right. Yeah.
You just trade up. Like, you just trade cards that don't matter, like your Sleep of the Deads that don't matter. Cards like that. They just take bad cards out and put these insane cards in.
Yeah.
You'll out Counterspell, put these in.
Yeah.
They're likely better.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They're just 1 mana.
And like, how many black cards are they actually playing? Like the black cards that it's like Kitchen Imp. I mean, Sneaky Snacker, you're not really casting. It's like Alms of the Vein and Vampire's Kiss are like the black cards.
The rest of it is it's all red.
Yeah, you can like Spell Pierce those.
Yeah, you can Spell Pierce some, or you can the
Sleep of the Dead, the Kitchen Imps, like. But you probably cut this. You might.
You're gonna cut those.
Yeah.
It's like I think you're just gonna race Kitchen Imp pretty well.
Yeah, 5/5 beats 2/2.
Turns out, also you do have a 3/2 flyer that does block it eventually.
That's true. It does.
This also noted there's no like backup game plan here. There's no Murmuring Mystics in the 75.
Right.
This is just all in game plan of these 12 threats are going to put me over the finish line.
Yeah. And I do want to call out the 3 gut shots in the board. Just I think really giving just a little hedge against the Quarian Ranger decks that if they're able to
nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere. Also potentially fairies too, just being able to like gut shot a spell stutter sprite
is much better.
Yeah. So I think that has some big game there as well, because you can just do that. Your opponent can't really play around it because you can just cast it for free. You can just tap out and you can still just cast it for free. It's really hard to play around.
Yeah,
gut shot.
I mean that's kind of how I played with the dredge deck or whatever. When you're just playing Snuff Out, I do use Snuff Outs like egregiously aggressively.
Yeah.
Against like Fae.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, I'm excited. This is Mono Blue Terror. No one will be surprised to hear it's one of my top choices for the indie event at the end of June. I'd be very interested in playing something close to this. I should make sure I give the Demon Farriers a good try though.
I would recommend such. They seem to be good.
They seem to be doing quite good.
Probably a matchup where you cut them against the red black deck.
Yeah.
Probably not great there.
Yeah, probably. Let's look at the Madness deck. I'm not seeing anything too out of the ordinary. It looks like it's basically what it's been for a while.
Yeah, there's some like people have been like toying back with like whether Gallop Blast is like a card they want to play, or is Chain Lightning a card they want to play, things like that. So,
a pile of looking over the list again, because we called out Vampire's Kiss, Alms of the Vein, Kitchen Imp, and you think of the red cards in the deck, you think obviously like Lightning Bolt, Fiery Temper, but really like Faithless Looting, Highway Robbery, Grab the Prize, being able to just always have a blue or Hydroblast to counter those
are huge.
Those are really not only their card advantage for this deck, it just like keeps enabling all of this stuff.
That's what you like. That tends to be what you counter in like when you're playing like on the Fae side of things too. You just tend to counter those draw twos,
right?
Or against like Fae playing against like any of the dispute style cards. Like you're just gonna snap off the dispute. Like you're gonna snap off counter the dispute because it puts them behind so many cards.
Right. You don't want to fall behind as the tempo deck.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's a great way to mitigate that. So that's a good way to think about it. And if you do expect Madness to be as highly played as it turns out it was, then 8 Blast is looking much more attractive than I initially thought.
Yeah, up front, there's the only 3 red cards black cards are Alms of the Vein, Vampire's Kiss, and Sneaky Snacker.
Yeah.
Sneaky Snacker, and the Imp.
But the Imp is
or the Imp, and rather than the Sneaky Snacker, the Sneaky Snacker doesn't matter for that.
Mm-hmm. We'll take a look at Barf's Mono Blue Fairies list here. Playing 4 copies of Humbling Elder just instead of the Kaldheim version.
There's a 3 different versions of that card now or something. Like just kind of dealer's choice on that one.
Yeah, but it's basically the same card, especially that it is also a human. There are a couple copies of Harrier Strix, which is a single blue mana. It's from OTJ. It's a bird. It's a 1/1 with flying.
Comes in taps permanent, right?
That's right. Yeah, it enters battlefield. Tap target permanent. And it also has 2 and a blue, draw a card, then discard a card. So just like if you're flooding out, you can kind of loot with this thing as much time as you want. Handful of counter spells, 1 Bind the Monster, and 2 Unable to Screams in the main deck as well. So really just want to get the Writhing Chrysalises and the Refurbished Familiars, that type of stuff just out of the way, and keep on chipping in with your little dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of pre-boarding for that sort of stuff a little bit. Also on 6 Blue Blasts here, 4 Blue Blast, 2 Hydroblast. So, and 2 Dispels.
Those Blue Blast or those blast effects are hugely powerful. Turns out 1 mana cards that can not only fight on the stack but also fight permanents on the board.
Yeah,
huge game. Also, some Tron got in there.
Yeah, there's some Tron in this tournament
here. Some Tron happening. That's not surprising. It's like you're gonna find like the people who do well with Tron are probably just gonna come out and be like, "Oh, look how good I am with Tron," like per usual, and then like nobody else can play the deck.
Right.
Because this deck, like we've mentioned previously, this deck is incredibly slow. I have whined and moaned about how slow like the Jund Wildfire deck is. That ain't got nothing.
No,
that ain't got nothing.
That at least like casts a 4-drop to like develop their plan around.
Yeah, this is like Murmuring Mystic, what's the card? Mnemonic Wall ? Like, is this good? Does this resolve? God, I hope.
Is this a legitimate threat?
Yeah, if my threat is Mnemonic Wall, how embarrassing. They do get to play one of the new cards from Dragonstorm. Not new at this point, but the Heritage Reclamation card. It's just a nice different option that they have available to them now.
Yeah.
So it's the Disenchant plus you can exile a card from a graveyard, up to 1 card from a graveyard, and draw a card.
Yeah. No, it's very versatile. Another thing I kind of like in this top 8 list from 2 Untapped Islands, the Tron list, is everything in the main deck outside of the flashback on Mystical Teachings. It's all just Bant spells. So it's a little easier on your, on trying to put your mana together in terms of, managing your Energy Refractors, Prophetic Prisms, and stuff like that.
Admittedly, wild to me that they're playing 0 ways to kill a creature, basically.
0?
Basically. Yeah, there's no way to kill a creature. There's no way in the main deck to kill a creature. Not a 1.
Fascinating.
Nope, not a 1.
Fascinating. I mean, I guess you have 2 Moments Peace.
That killing creature?
Well, I mean, like, kind of.
This is less interactive than Cameron played, I think.
Yeah.
Good lord. I mean, it does play, like, some number of like, I guess a little bit more like the Heritage Reclamation.
Right, yeah, it can kill a Mirror Enforcer. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you play like 2 copies of Lorien Revealed as your like way to go search out your couple random duels that you play in your deck. Cool. Sure. But like, this deck has no way to kill a creature. I don't know how they won game 1 literally ever.
Wild.
It's insane to me. Bold decision making. Obviously, it was very good for them.
They had an 8-2 record. Like,
yep.
8-1 and lost in top 8. Like,
yep. Obviously, did very good. Very also well. Noted in their sideboard. There's 4 copies of each blast in their sideboard.
Yeah.
If you can play them, you should play them. Basically,
Agreed.
They're very good right now. Let's see what else do we got in this top 8.
Yeah. MTG deck's taking forever.
It is taking forever. Same.
Silly.
Somebody
Wi-Fi.
sent me a Jund list that played like 4 Kart Clan Shaman, which was wild. Oh, it's this list. It's the Totem Silence list.
Okay, top 8 list.
Yeah. 4 Kart Clan Shaman up front.
Wow.
It's a lot. Obviously, it's just pretty good against all the creature decks that we didn't see.
Yep. Yeah.
And 4 Toxin Analysis up front. So like just going really deep on that plan.
I mean, it is a really good interaction. It's one of the
You're
strongest.
You're not going to lose to creature decks if you just put those 2 cards at 4 copies both in your main deck.
Yeah.
You're just not going to lose to a creature deck. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about that at all, actually. Some cool sideboard cards. Actually, really cool sideboard in general. I just like a lot of these cards. They line up well against a lot of what's going on in the format. A couple copies of Weather the Storm, 1 Troublemaker Oof, 1 Okiba Gang Shinobi or Gangbang Shinobi for my friend Andy. 2 Wrath Weapon, 2 Extracted Confession, 4 Pyroblast, 2 Last Rites, and 1 Crypt Incursion. So it kind of really actually just kind of covers the spectrum on things that you're going to lose to in a set of given Pauper tournaments.
It's like a classic mid-range board.
Yeah, love it. So you've got like your like Last Rites and Pyroblast are insane against High Tide.
Yeah.
You've got your Weather the Storms for the inevitable, madness or just red deck that you're going to play. Crypt Incursion really good against the dredge decks of the format or land spy or anything. Notice that is a deck that did not pop up in this at all.
The spy deck, yeah.
Spy has not popped up in this one. It was interesting. I guess it's probably not great into the madness deck, probably.
No, probably not. I
would imagine that they just have such a hard time getting off the ground and they just can't stumble at all.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything down even into just the top 32. But this is, I do see there's a bunch of red decks that didn't crack into top 16 though. Like we didn't mention like the regular like mono red synthesizer list. I think in 17th there's the mono red madness deck with the gutter snipes and the sneaky snackers. That was in 17th with a 7-2 record from Mr. Twin. But outside of that, we didn't see any other red decks either. No spy decks. I think there's a dredge list, but there is no. I don't think there's any Ponza or anything like that either. No red green in this top 32.
Yeah, I mean it's just like kind of keep getting away from it because its bad matchups are so bad that you just like don't want to play the deck because they're so prevalent in the metagame. Like you can't tell me that red black madness is a good matchup for that. Like red green deck, you just cannot tell me that and expect me to believe it. I find that very hard to believe.
I haven't played the matchup much to know for sure, but
exactly Weather the Storm. Like that's it.
Sure.
Like cool.
Yeah.
You can beat a Weather the Storm. This deck is like just absolutely churns through cardboard.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It blows through some cardboard.
Well, apparently, I'm gonna look at what it says. Anything for 56% spice. I guess a 56% spice level for the High Tide list in 9th place is 2 Augur of Bolus. So
I disagree with that on a lot of levels, but okay. I do like to see a card that reminds me of some of my earlier time playing Magic, the card Hidden Strings.
Oh, yes.
I know you've cast that card in a Pro Tour.
Kinda.
Kinda.
I don't know if I actually ever got to do the thing in my actual games with the Lotus combo. I kind of just died.
It kind of just died.
And the one
to mono black discard spells.
And Boros Heroic. The one game I won in the first constructed match against the Boros Heroic deck, I won game 2 because I just like kind of naturally ramped into the Zakama.
Yep, that thing.
That got
kill people.
That got killed with the untap trigger on the snap. Untap all my lands and then slam Atraxa. And then my opponent just like after I like drew a bunch of cards, like was holding up Beseju or whatever, and just like passed. And then just like look over the cards, look over the board, look over the cards, look at the board, and just scooped up the cards. Like, let's go to game 3, and then I just got run over in game 3 again. Just like, yeah, that's about how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually really got to cast Hidden Strings at that pro tour.
Fair enough.
Which is so sad, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
A different Vermonter playing Lotus combo top 8 at that one. Funnily enough.
But yeah, so I don't know that it warrants such a spiciness level with Augur Bolus,
just
but
two Augur Bolus here.
I also don't not a huge fan of Augur Bolus. It will basically never miss in this deck, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's pretty guaranteed to get an instant.
Yeah, you're
sorcerer.
guaranteed, but I just don't think it's like very. I think I would literally rather play like 2 more copies of Reach Through Mist because it says the word arcane on it.
Sure,
I think.
Sure.
So yeah, there you go. Also,
Beautiful.
I think I would also like to play a Petals of Insight. I think it's a good way to win the game too, or help win the game.
Yeah, I like that. An additional way to get across the line there. Looking at Luffy's latest Grixis Affinity build in 15th,
So
another
fascinating.
7-2 record. We're on 3 Krark-Clan Shaman, which I think is not too outside the norm. We've got the 1 Hunter's Blowgun and 1 Toxin Analysis in the main. In the sideboard, we've got 4 Blue Blasts and a Hydro Blast. We've got 3 Red Blasts and 2 Pyro Blasts. I always think it's funny the spread that these people choose to make in terms of like how many of each, if they're gonna play more than 4. Like, what's the technically correct spread? Like, does it actually matter? Like, there's no card that names a card and you discard all the ones with the same name or whatever. Like,
it's just how you want to fight with them on the stack. It is like weird. There's like the weird interactions of things like, I don't guess it terribly matters in this format, but like changing color,
sure,
and things like it stops things from just doing anything at all. Like
or like
actual blue, like the Elemental Blast, you just can't cast them. Mm-hmm. Whereas like you can just cast the Pyroblast or Hydroblast on literally anything on the stack. Or anything on the battlefield. It literally does not matter.
Like if you have like a Gutter Sniper or Kessig Flame Breather, then you probably want Pyroblast instead of Red Blast, so you can just cast it for a ping on whether or not it actually works. Yeah.
There you go. One thing I do want to point out about Luffy's list this week is that not only is there 1 in the main, but there's 1 in the board. Is a copy a piece of Unexpected Fangs, which is pretty sweet because it's actually a great way to keep the Krark-Clan Shaman on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you're just gonna deal a damage to anything without Death Touch, then
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
if you just want to gain a ton of life, great way to do that. Also, put it on a Mirror Enforcer.
Yeah, put it on a Mirror Enforcer. It actually trades up into a Chrysalis then. Yes, it does. What about does the Blowgun give just +1/+1?
It gives +1/+1 on not your turn.
No, I thought it was Reach versus Death Touch on your turn versus their turn.
I don't know. It's been a minute since I've actually read the card. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna click on it real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, it always gives +1/+1.
Okay.
On your turn, it has Death Touch. On their turn, it has Reach.
The instant speed part of the Fangs is like where that's cool.
Yeah, but if you put a Blowgun on a Fanged Mirror Enforcer, it can eat terrors.
It sure can. It sure could. If you wanted to play both, you could.
There you go.
I think the instant speed part's really cool though, because Luffy is still playing like the 1 copy of Toxin.
Yeah,
because you just want that one effect, like not playing any more on the board, just playing the one extra copy of Unexpected Fangs and 1 extra copy of Krark-Clan Shaman, but still good nonetheless. Also, there's an uptick in that's a lot of Extract a Confession.
Sure.
That's a lot of Extract Confession from Affinity. That's not normal.
What would you conclude that is?
Probably for Terror.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine probably for if Luffy expected like Pedro to Stone to play, just beat Boggles.
Sure.
I mean, obviously it beats Boggles.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just like want to beat those matchups, but I think you just like have a good Boggles matchup anyways because you have the Krark-Clan thing.
Yeah.
But hey, give yourself every opportunity to make it better. So yeah, Extracted Confession seems pretty good. Just a lot of them. Just noticed.
Yeah. No, this is a really sweet tournament. Really cool results to dig through. Again, I'm just like really, really happy to see DiscoverN take it down with Mono Blue Terror. Love the deck. Continue to love the deck, and I'm excited to see where the format goes from here. Do you think there's anything? I mean, people are always gonna like you were saying, like it's kind of a metagame call to play like all 8 blasts and DiscoverN sideboard and like things like that. Do you think that for a tournament with these type of with this level of stakes, like how different is this compared to like how things will just kind of shake out?
I do think this is one of those type of events that where you would get a lot of like moto grinders in general to play, and Madness is an extremely attractive deck if that is the case.
Yeah,
because it just is a good deck. It's going to pressure people if they don't play correctly.
Yeah,
you're going to take advantage of people just by being a good Magic player.
Yeah, especially in grindy games that end up going long, your skill difference can definitely come into play if you're like top like world's level competitor like player just like playing in one of these random showcases.
Turns out it doesn't matter if you're just playing against DiscoverN. Turns out it just doesn't matter
unless you're the one lucky soul that got one match off of them in Swiss.
Yeah, no kidding.
In 9 rounds of Swiss.
That's impressive.
Right.
Yeah, that's really it. I think that's what the call is there. Is just like you expect a bunch. Like that's kind of what we did with the Brood Scale deck.
Yeah.
Like anytime our friend Tristan was like, "Hey, I'm gonna play the Pauper event. Which list of this deck should I play for any particular reasons? Like, is it good in a mirror for X reason? Blah, 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 blah. Same thing here. I think it's like, it's good or the Madness deck is good. So DiscoverN just wants to absolutely nail it down and just make sure I'm not going to lose to this.
Yeah. No, I like it. I think if I were to bring this exact list to a more open like paper tournament, I think I could see trimming a couple of the blue blasts, maybe, if I really wanted like a Murmuring Mystic and maybe like, I don't know, like if I thought Affinity was going to be big, I could bring like one more Steel Sabotage. If you wanted to play like one catch-all against something like Boggles, like there's, I don't know, you want to bounce a bunch of stuff.
You could play your boomerangs in the board.
You could play the boomerangs in the board and the Demon Fairies in the main. Oh man, that feels clunky.
It does feel clunky.
That feels clunky as all hell. You want to cruise through the regular challenges?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right, let's take a look at the regular Pauper challenges for a moment or two, and we'll probably see some familiar names in here as well. Because it was nice to see a bunch of the regular Pauper gamers playing in the Showcase Challenge and doing well as well. So congratulations to everyone who absolutely crushed it. Like we said, all the way down to 19th place is 7-2s, and there were, I think, 3 7-2s that made that top 8 cut. So that's 16 people on 7-2 that missed on tiebreakers. It's still an incredible tournament, so congratulations to everyone, and I hope you enjoy your treasure chests.
Did you say 16 people on 7-2 that didn't make it?
Yes.
Going down to 19th, that does okay. That's fine.
Right?
The math does not add up there. If they're in 19th, that does not mean 16 of them had a 7-2 record.
You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
11.
I know I am.
11 of them.
Thank you.
11.
Jesus.
Are you happy? I said 11. All right, Friday, Magic Online Pauper Challenge on June 6th. We got 67 players on a Friday. Let's go. Probably prepping for the Showcase Challenge, perhaps.
I would imagine so.
In 8th place, Pedro Stone, as you mentioned, playing Boggles, taking their only
one
loss. Only loss in the quarterfinals here. In 7th place, Bong0411, playing, I believe this is the Mono Red Madness Burn list. Just confirm that.
It sure is.
It is with 3 gutter snipes. In 6th place, May0024 on Mono Blue. It's either Mono Blue. Nope, it's Mono Blue Terror. I don't know why MTG Dex is naming them fairies this time.
I guess Delver's a fairy and they didn't know it.
I guess so.
Card's never been a fairy.
You gotta analyze that creature type line. In 5th place, Daniel Echoes on Blue Black Terror. In 4th place, Lamako on Jund Wildfire. In 3rd place, Zio Francone showing up here again with Flickertron. In second place, Elfoman BR on Rakdos Madness. And in first place with a 9-1 record, Bernardo CSSA on Rakdos Madness. So like here it is, like this list, this deck is proving to do very well, and not seeing a ton of difference here. We got 3 Chain Lightning going up on a couple copies of Chain Lightning here, and down on a couple of the cutting one or two highway robberies, and just kind of having a few more burn spells in this list.
I like the move away. Obviously, it's become more clear that this is probably the correct thing to do. I like the move away from Galvanic Blast. Mana gets cleaner. You don't have to worry about playing artifact lands. They get destroyed.
Yes.
That's a huge game. So, yeah, I like that, actually. Just moving away from all of that and just getting a way clean mana base.
Yeah. Speaking of mana base, I like that this list is playing 2 copies of the Duskmourn common dual lands that come into play untapped if a player has 13 or less life.
Nice.
This is a Razor Trap Gorge, the black-red one. So just kind of a nice untapped dual land a decent amount of the time.
I thought it would be the white-blue one.
Really? The one named Razor Trap Gorge?
Oh, you specifically called out it being the black-red one, as opposed to the blue-white one in the Rakdos Madness.
We'll see how that goes for you, playing the red-black one or the blue. You broke my brain.
Yeah, you just specifically called it out. I'm just picking at you.
No, that's okay. Also down in top 16, we got 15th place Teasdale, also playing the copy of the mono red burn deck, the Madness deck. I got to give this deck a try, dude. It looks so,
I'll let you know
so
how it
much
goes.
Fun. Yeah, I mean, I will be sitting. Ideally, I will be drawing with you into top 4
or
top 8.
I was like, ideally, I will be the first one done every round.
Yes, so that we can be done quickly and go eat Dan's pork butt.
I like that plan.
Yes, I do too. Saturday
the
7th. June 7th, there were 45 players for the Saturday Magic Online Pauper Challenge. A little bit less, but that's fine. There were a bunch more people playing in the showcase, so this is kind of getting limited by that. But maybe there's some crazy people who are playing both, like Mr. Twin in 10th place here, playing the Mono Red Madness deck. Ivernop also in 9th place playing the Mono Red Madness deck. It's very popular. It's becoming very popular. It seems very good. In 8th place.
I just think it's got to struggle a little bit against that Rakdos Madness deck.
Yeah.
That I would imagine that's where it... Because they're doing the same thing.
Yep.
But turns out if your cards just have counterspell written on them, essentially...
Yeah. They're like...
That's pretty good.
Vampire's Kiss and Alms of the Vein gaining a couple life here and there. That
is huge game.
Definitely
and you're
make a difference.
Again, you're also just doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Seems like that might be probably the roughest, one of the rougher matchups for that.
It just depends on how quickly and how explosive you can be with your lava darts and fire blasts. I think.
Admittedly, there are some lines I've seen this deck take where it is just like
out of 17
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's cool.
I've died to it on I even gained a bunch of life with Pact Terror or whatever, and then it just didn't matter.
No, just lose.
It was crazy.
Yeah, you just lose out of nowhere. If they just untap with a gutter snipe and one pinger, you just lose.
Yeah. So very, very powerful, very, very explosive. All right, in 8th place for the Saturday challenge, I Be True on mono blue. Wait for it. Terror, not fairies. MTG decks. We've got a Murmuring Mystic in the main here. We've got 4 gut shots on the board. In 7th place, Fair MTG on Rakdos Madness. In 6th place, Papa RM Sky on Mono Red Madness. In 5th place, Crevaloni on Gruul Panza. In 4th place, Sandpop on Ultratron. In 3rd place, Crazy Marengo on Walls Combo. In 2nd place, Hampuse 1, also on Ultratron. And in 1st place, with an 8-1 record, Princess L the First, or Princess I the First, on High Tide. So we've got a nice little High Tide list.
I know that my opinion does not mean anything.
That is
regarding these matters.
That is not true. I do not feel this way. Princess is playing the Petals of Insight that you called out.
Love the Petals of Insight.
Otherwise, looks like a pretty standard High Tide list. 15 islands. We got a Murmuring Mystic on the board, which I kind of like. Yeah. It's High Tide. It's doing High Tide things.
Yep. No notes.
Yeah. also playing Hidden Strings here. I'm going to take a look at the 4th place Ultratron list here. This is a mono black Ultratron list. We say mono black, but it can also, filter colors with Prophetic Prism, Chromatic Stars, and things of that. Like, it has some red and green cards in the board.
The sideboard, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a Packdoll Terror Ultratron list, very similar to a list that Kalikai's was working on for a little while and might still be, but I'm not sure. Is still excellent. Yeah, really, really sweet deck. Candy Trail, very good with Tron lands, I gotta say.
Turns out.
And when I've been working on this Black Mage's Rod Packdoll Terror deck, I have kind of toyed around with playing with Tron lands, but I think that it's not quite where I want to be.
You're devoting so much of your gameplay into doing the thing, and it's
right. And
I think if you're like, you either commit or you don't. Like, just pick a lane.
Right, and because I'm also a Refurbished Familiar and Glaze Fiend deck, I want like Blood Fountain and stuff. So I have a lot of colored mana restrictions, and
your deck is just mono black.
Yes, just mono black. And I've got Snuff Outs on the sideboard. I want to play Vampire's Kiss. Vampire's Kiss. Really sick in this shell.
I'm sure.
Really sick in this shell. And then there's another Ultratron list in 2nd place with Hampus 1. This one is a little bit more all over the place color-wise. We've got... actually, this is a really sick list, actually. This is kind of like an eggs combo list, and they're killing you with Stream of Thought. And we've got 4 Fangren Marauders in the main deck, too.
Talk about not losing to a red deck.
Holy crap. So a reminder for folks, this is 5 and a green for a 5/5 beast that says whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may gain 5 life. I lost this thing with the mono black artifact list I was playing.
That does not surprise me.
Because I read it and it's like, oh, it's a graveyard. And then I sacked one thing once and they gained 5 life. And I'm like, I just can't win.
No.
I just can't win.
No. Now, once most of the time when a Fangren Marauder hits the board against the deck that it's good against, it's going to basically win the game on its own. Yeah. It doesn't really need anything else to go along with it.
What a banger.
It is a great card. It is a card I have never cast in paper, to my knowledge. I've cast it online a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back in the early days of me playing this format, but I've never cast this card in paper.
No, this list is really sick. A lot of the eggs style, cheap artifacts to play with your Tron lands, and also we've got 2 Karkland Shamans and 2 Crypt Rats, and we've got 3 of the blowguns in the sideboard too to go with them. This list is sick, and just cast a ton of spells, make a bunch of mana, and then just Stream of Thought your opponent.
Love it.
Damn. Okay.
Cool.
Really, really cool stuff here. Any other notes here on the Saturday challenge?
I do not believe so.
All right. Man, I gotta dust off my lava darts. All right.
I need to dust off my ones that I've never used.
Ooh.
I have Judgment.
They're very dusty.
They've never been used. I've never used them, at least. I'm sorry, I handed them to somebody else to use. I've never used them.
All right, we are looking at Sunday, June 8th, 71 players.
A lot of Pauper this
Sunday.
Weekend.
Lots of Pauper firing off this weekend. Love to see it. We've got a number of solid 5 and 2 finishes all the way down through top 16, including a couple more Mono Red Madness finishes. We got Rakdos Madness. We've got another Flickertron, Season of Mists, who works very closely with Walker. On the John Wildfire list in 9th place there. A lot of solid results here.
Yep.
In 8th place, Lampalot playing Rakdos Madness.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
It's Michael Bond.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would take note of any name that comes from a grinder that does not typically play the format.
Yeah.
And if they do well in these events and what they're playing.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason for what they're playing.
Yeah. It's just kind of like exactly what we were saying before of top player looking at a meta, analyzing it. I guess I'll play this good deck.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. In 7th place, Kid Renan on White Weenie making an appearance here. In 6th place, Chaotic MTG with another finish this weekend on Familiars. In 5th place, ENZ091 on Mono Red Synthesizer. Nice to see a finish here from that deck. In fourth place, SKP Chino on Poison Storm. Hello, Poison Storm. In third place, Flor Mente on Jund Wildfire. In second place, Sebastian Pazzo playing Mono Blue. Wait for it. MTG Dex thinks it's fairies. It's not. It is DiscoverN's showcase winning list of Mono Blue Terror, played by Sebastian Pazzo, another very good player who has been on the Pro Tour scene on and off for a long time. But yeah, Sebastian Pazzo, another solid
grinder.
Yeah, solid grinder. Plays on the Pro Tour with some amount of regularity, especially back in the day pre-COVID. Yeah, so picking up Mono Blue Terror, just the winning list and doing really well. No surprises there really. And in first place with a 9-1 record, NMT SCO 94. Playing Rakdos Madness. So we are kind of in like a Rakdos Madness heyday here.
Notice that even the 8 Blast did not get him there.
No, it's true. It's true. This time the Madness deck it was able to come out on top.
There is one card in the Madness deck that is an interesting include in kind of interesting include in the main. One copy of In the Festivities in the main. Mm-hmm. Really the only notable thing. Yeah, they're playing a single copy of Bajuka Bog too.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I have a single copy of Bajuka Bog in my black brew right now, and I have often liked a single End the Festivities in the main of like a burn deck. It just has an additional insurance against decks that go wide. It was especially helpful when Kuldotha Rebirth was legal. Can randomly scoop up some elves, some fairies. It has a decent amount of utility, and especially if you run into a bunch of mirrors, it kills all of your opponent's epicures and snackers.
It does.
So that's definitely something that's not totally off the table.
Bunch of cards against Fae, kills a turn 1 Boggle.
Yeah. Kills a turn 1 Delver.
Kills turn 1 Delver. Kills turn 1 Elf. Kills a bunch of elves.
Yeah.
Does not do that much against walls, notably.
No, not quite. Not quite. Unless they start lead on the Quirion Ranger. You can kill a Quirion Ranger. Which is often quite a problem. And it often leads to the busted mana starts.
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna pop into this Poison Storm list because I have no idea what to look for. Yeah, it looks like Poison Storm. I don't know enough of the deck.
They've started to cut down on copies of Prologue to Pheresis. Because I think it is just like the worst card in your deck.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah. That's the 1 and a blue instant. Each opponent gets a poison counter and draw a card.
Yep.
Lovely.
Nothing really notable here other than that, I don't guess. Pretty clean sideboard from them too. 4 Moments Peace, 3 Breath Weapon, 4 Dispel, and 4 Bring the Ending, which is basically just a quench, but has upside if your opponent has like 3 or more poison counters. It's just a full counter spell.
Yeah. Really solid counter spell options for this deck. Yeah. Just want to make sure we call out the Poison Storm deck for.
Do we have to?
But for alum of the pod.
Do we have to?
Alum of the pod, Thomas.
And Kelly guys.
And yes, sure. And Kelly
he likes
guys. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
he likes his deck quite a bit.
Sure. It's true. I mean, hey, it's nice to see the combo. It's one of the nice things I've been really enjoying about.
It's
this
not like
post-Brood-scale world.
It's not super. I guess this is a good moment for I guess my particular position of this is a good level of which combo deck should exist in the format.
Yeah,
they're not taking over the challenges every single week, every single event.
Right,
like where Brood-scale was doing that. Like Brood-scale just had a hold on the format, something fierce that these do not.
Yeah.
These decks are non-deterministic. Or, well, the High Tide deck specifically is non-deterministic.
To an extent.
Yeah, it's like some point you go, I'm going to win the game.
Yes.
But, like, it is quote, non-deterministic, which is nice. People have figured out that if you probably shouldn't play it on Magic Online if you are not capable of doing such. So I think it falls in this, like, area that's, like, it is fine. Like, I'm not going to completely just ruin everybody's fun for playing a combo deck that I personally don't really enjoy, but that's your different strokes for different folks, and I am definitely not the folk for it.
I think that it's something that we've seen. It's like a pretty consistent metagame churn and development that we have here in the format, where the combo decks like High Tide and some amount of Tron decks, they kind of became like the new hot thing to try. Walls, and it was getting really popular again, and so you have these hyper aggressive decks like the Madness decks and tempo like counterspell decks like Terror and also to an extent Fairies, though that is only just barely starting to come back into some top finishes over the last couple of weeks, where they get to prey on these combo decks, and then we might see some like mid-range soup come up to kind of eat all of that kind of stuff in the next couple of weeks. Like I love that about our format.
Having the things are in a good spot. I'm not going to complain. I am not really worried. I think the best deck is probably just the Madness deck. Probably. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's like please tell me a card you would get rid of. Like, seriously?
Not out of that deck.
Like,
no,
there's
I would
nothing,
not ban a thing
there's
out of
no
that deck.
one card I'm like, oh, that's the problem.
No.
If that were the case, I have said for a very long time that the best card in the deck is the Vampire's Kiss. I don't know if that's necessarily the case anymore. I think it might be just Grab the Prize. Like,
maybe, Grab the Prize is pretty good. It enables the snacker right away, and also deals a little bit of damage. It's very good, but it's like none of that is
none of them are just like
all.
None of them are just like power outlying cards.
Right.
The most power outlying card of this deck is a Lightning Bolt.
Yeah,
that's the strongest card.
Lightning Bolt is never getting banned. It's part of the core identity of the format.
There's not a singular card I can think of off the top of my head in this format where I'm like, that card, that's a problem.
Yeah,
I don't think there's one.
Not even like Crystals anymore. People were just like, it was crazy. So many of us were clamoring for Writhing Crystals to get banned alongside Broodscale.
The good thing about that is that card does not fit in the combo deck of the format.
Yes.
That is a bonus.
Yes.
Thank you, High Tide. That was the one bonus I will give High Tide, and is that it does not include the card Writhing Crystals in it.
I will say what was really cool as a Pauper player at the Spotlight series, the winning deck list was Broodscale deck with Writhing Chrysalis as like a main component. It was like the Broodscale, like colorless Eldrazi deck, but they were splashing red basically just for Chrysalis and like some Pyroclasms in the sideboard. And it just like Chrysalis just crushed people in combination with like Glaring Fleshraker and Kozilek's Command.
That does not surprise me.
Just destroyed people.
Yeah.
It was like, and then like the Broodscale combo, because in Modern they don't have Sadistically, so they use a 1 mana equipment that basically has the Sadistically text on it. Because then you can also fetch it off of Urza Saga, so it's also an Urza Saga deck. There's a lot of cool things going on with the Broodscale deck in Modern.
That deck is cool.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same principle as Broodscale was, where it is capable of having like a solid mid-range, almost kind of an aggro plan too, with the Fleshraker triggers, where it can like kind of ramp a little, do a bunch of mid-range, and then if the coast is clear at any point, bam, kill you with Broodscale and like do any number of things with infinite mana. So that was really cool to see, honestly, and they the pilot 6-0'd through the top 8.
Wow.
Like just crushed everyone. Impressive. It was sick. Very, very cool to see that as well as a Pauper player. So to your point of Writhing Chrysalis like not having a spot to fit into the like most played combo decks, I think is a
beautiful
good thing. That's a good thing, because Writhing Crystal is still like a house of a mid-range threat. Like it's like the key.
It's the card that holds Wildfire together.
Yeah, like absolutely, and it's incredible in the Gruul decks when like Ponzo or Ramp or whatever. Like really, really good in that deck. In the Naya Gates deck that Cameron's trying to make a thing, like it's pretty good in that deck too. Like it's a good card. It's a great card.
Nobody's arguing that's not a good card.
I am really, really happy that we ended up in a spot where Broodscale could leave. We could let Chrysalis like do its own thing, and it's not as oppressive. It does not feel as oppressive as it did a few months ago. No, like it just feels so good.
Yes, it's nice to have. Yeah, it's where it's a threat. It does exist. It is a good card. You should probably play it if you're playing any sort of mid-range deck, probably.
Yeah.
But that is not in every single Waking deck that it was like a season ago. Yeah. Where like any deck that was like had one of those two colors was like, well, how hard is it to splash the other color?
Yeah.
Like really, it's not. That's what we found out. Because it ended up in the best combo deck in the format.
Yeah.
But it's not in there, so that's fantastic, I can say. So that's one bonus for High Tide existing, is that it's not capable of playing Writhing Crystals in it.
Yeah.
It will never win a game by attacking for combat.
I have a question to kind of wrap up on.
What's that?
So I've mentioned a bunch of times throughout the episode that I'm working on this Black Mage's Rod Packed All Terror list that I'm very likely to bring to our monthlies on Saturday. I have a question about the sideboard that I want to pick your brain, and I thought it might be fun to talk about on the pod.
Okay.
I have like 2, maybe 3 slots for a Wrath in the board.
Okay.
And right now I'm kind of interested in Suffocating Fumes because I kind of like being able to hold it up at instant speed, cycle it away if it's bad, and also have a way, like, because I'm also like a Fanatical Offering Eviscerators Insight deck as well, and so I kind of like being able to hold up mana in some spots. But it could be, I don't really like Shrivel or Drown in Sorrow because I don't want, especially not Shrivel, because I don't want my Glaze Fiends and Refurbished Familiars to die. Though I could like trigger the Glaze Fiend a bunch and then cast a Shrivel if I needed to. But I've also considered like 1 or 2 Arms of Hadar, like something along those lines. Or do you think even a black board wipe is something that I should even be bothering with at all in the first place? Or should I play Crypt Rats? Like, do you have any thoughts?
Can I interest you in an old card?
Sure.
This will make our friend Derek's ears perk up a little bit.
Okay.
Can I interest you in the card Evankar's Justice?
Oh, it's 2 black for -2/-2, and it has buyback.
No. Not -2/-2. Deals 2 to each creature and player.
Oh.
So it fits in with your game plan of trying to get them dead.
Oh, okay.
And
okay,
you can buy it back
yeah.
for 3. So if the game goes long enough,
that
you can just be like, all right, pay 7 mana, dunk. They'll deal you that.
Trigger the Black Mage's Rod. They take a damage. They take a little bit more damage off the Justice itself.
The Black Mage's Rod makes the creature a what power toughness?
It makes the creature a 2/1. So it's also going to kill.
It's going to kill that.
It's going to kill that too. That's also why I don't really want to play anything that's going to kill my stuff.
But I think you're like, if that's your goal, it's kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of sweet.
It's kind of sweet.
I don't know if the mana development is consistent enough, because I'm kind of like just barely getting to Packed All and then maybe having 5 or 6 mana after that, like down the line.
I mean, you could just ignore those effects entirely if you wanted to, but I think if you're gonna play one of the like actual wraths that we see in the format, play one of the ones that doesn't kill your creatures. I would play one of the ones that like only kills opponents' creatures.
Right, and that's why I'm kind of between, like, right now there's 2 copies of Suffocating Fumes
and Arms of Hadar.
Yeah,
like
maybe I could throw like as a third copy. Maybe it's the first Arms of Hadar. Just have a -2/-2.
It is good. It beats. It's good against walls, actually, funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually good against killing, like, the Guardian and some of the other idiots that they play.
Because I have a cast down or 2 in the main, a Tithing Blade, some Grim Baubles. I have some Snuff Outs in the board. Like, I have a decent amount of spot removal with my list as it is now.
I think this is a play what your heart tells you and figure it out, because, like, who knows? That room is different every month.
It really is.
The room is completely different every month, which is great.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes. That's kind of the fun thing about Pauper, too.
That might be in part because of kind of the culture that I guess Cameron and I kind of have of bringing something different.
Different every time, yeah. That is a good point. Because
so
I think as
long
as...
as... Play whatever. It's really not going to matter really that much.
Yeah.
These are micro decisions that really don't matter.
Right.
If you wanted to be cool, playing Evankar's Justice would be a sick card to play.
It would be pretty cool.
And it does fit into the game plan of getting your opponent, technically dealing your opponent damage while also killing their creatures. Technically. Is it great in that? Is it great in the protecting your own or keeping your own stuff around? No, but it is cool in the I will kill all your things plus deal you a couple damage in the process.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the opponent's control, sweeping the.
Those are likely just the better ones, the Arms of Hadar and Suffocating Fumes.
Yeah, but I'm definitely leaning into just like having a couple of general answers across the board. I started my sideboard like 4 Duress, 4 Snuff Out. What else do I want to do?
Can I recommend like Last Rites instead of Duress, perhaps?
I could be into a Last Rites or 2.
That just like because you like the matchup you want that in is High Tide.
Mm-hmm.
And
I also have 2 Campfires.
Even better. So like Last Rites they just have no hand.
Mm-hmm.
They just have literal nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to completely start their chain over again of trying to find 1 a High Tide, 2 a Psychic Puppetry, and then an Arcane Spell again. Like,
It's pretty good.
it just completely shreds their hand in actual 2. And they just can't do anything.
It is really, really powerful in that exact instance. I worry a little bit about starting to run out of a steady stream of artifacts to trigger my permanents, like coming out of my hand. But if it means not losing the game,
because you just need to have like two
anything.
2 things on board,
and then any spell I cast triggers a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and then
that's
you
kind of the idea.
last rites them, take their whole hand away from them, and then they just have and they're just top decking the rest of the game, and then that gives you time to set up all your stuff. And half your deck is going to deal them damage anyways. So seems pretty good to me.
Okay, I can get behind that. Maybe like 3 duress, 1 last rites.
What else are you looking to deal with duress?
It's a good question.
Because if that's your case, then I just like solved your problem for you, and you're just going to play the duress, or you're going to play the last rites. Because if that's the only matchup you're cared about, that just does the thing.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I think I want the duresses against.
Again, if that's the only matchup, if that was where your concern for duress was.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it. I'll have to look through some stuff and see what I'm actually interested in duress with, because I think it was just like an automatic, like just stick these in here. But I could play divest. Who knows?
Could play divest. I don't know if that's a great option.
Yeah,
necessarily.
I don't know either.
So a lot of the
opposing pack dolls.
A lot of the threats of the format currently, I just don't think is like lines up super well with divest.
Mm-hmm.
Currently. If we're a brood scale format, different conversation.
Right.
We are no longer there. Thank goodness.
No, not quite. But I don't hate duress. Like even in the madness matchup of just duressing some of their draw twos.
Yeah, that's what I said to someone in our Discord server the other day. They were asking about duress, how they felt about duress, and I was like, it just counters a spell basically.
Yeah.
For 1 mana, which is pretty good.
The information is also important too.
Yeah.
So
I like having maximum. It turns out some of the best cards in Magic's history have come from just the information that you gain.
Yes.
Thoughtseize, Jackson Probe.
Yeah.
Those 2 cards specifically.
Yeah.
2 powerful cards.
Very, very powerful
duress.
Cards.
Powerful card.
Yeah. Has been for a long time. Cool. All right, cool. Good food for thought.
Yep.
Awesome. Do you want to take us out?
All right, if you've made it this far, you could go give us a little 5 stars on the old Spotify and give us a little review. That'd be great. I think Apple Podcasts you can go leave us a review there as well.
Yeah, you can leave comments on Spotify.
Comments on Spotify.
Yeah.
Oh, also, if you have any questions, you can find us in our Discord server that we have. We're pretty active there, but all 3 of us are.
Yeah, it's popping off.
It does pop off. There are a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
New people every day, almost. Pretty much, basically.
It's pretty sick.
Like I wake up in the morning, like, hey, notification, so-and-so has showed up. Oh, cool. You can also, if you have any questions, you can also email us at commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. We will see those as they come up and answer them accordingly.
Yeah.
I think that's everything.
I think so, yeah. Hope y'all, anyone who's playing the Pauper on Chini over with Alec in Wisconsin, hope y'all enjoy this weekend, and we're going to have a good time playing our monthlies.
Our monthlies, and then go eat Dan's pork butt.
Go eat some pork butt and draft some cubes.
And play some board games.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Seems good.
Thank you all for listening, fam. We love you. Appreciate you for listening.
Later, everyone.
The long
Yes, you heard
way.
that correctly. The long way.
The long way. The long way.
Is the long way.
The long way.